Hello everyone, my name is Darcy Schultz and I will be conducting today's webinar. I'm one of the outreach coordinators for the State of Ohio's Take Charge Live Well program. As you may know, March is National Nutrition Month. We wanted to celebrate this event while also helping to provide you with some tips and motivations for how to live a healthy, nutritious lifestyle. Today we're going to cover a bit of basic nutrition information, tips and strategies for grocery shopping and meal planning success, healthy cooking techniques, and other ways to make consistent, small changes to fit your lifestyle. So let's get started. First, we're going to play a game. While you won't be able to make your guess to the other webinar guests, consider this a challenge against yourself. On the left, you see a picture of a typical bagel from 20 years ago, including its size and calorie amount. Can you guess how big today's typical bagel is? How about its caloric amount? As you can see, the average bagel today is 350 calories and is double the size of bagels from 20 years ago. This makes for a difference of 210 calories. So here's another one. 20 years ago, a standard order of popcorn was 270 calories for 5 cups worth of popcorn. What do you think about today's? So a normal order of popcorn today is over double the amount at 11 cups for 630 calories. That's a difference of 360 calories, which is more than the total amount of the total proportion of 20 years ago. Okay, last one. Everyone's favorite, the cheeseburger. 20 years ago, we were at 333 calories for a standard burger. What do you think today's is? 590 calories for a difference of 257 calories. Now this is just a little activity that is meant to not only show you how today's food industry has changed, but also how you can think about portion control when you're eating out. As you know, your health and your weight are connected. If your body mass index, which is a ratio of your weight to height, falls into the range of overweight or obese, then you're at a higher risk for conditions such as coronary heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, cancers, hypertension, liver and gallbladder diseases, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, and more. Making small, consistent lifestyle changes, such as eating smarter and moving more, will help reduce your risk of conditions such as these and also help you feel better too. In order to reach and maintain a healthier weight, think about these basic tips. Start with a plan for lifelong health, not temporary quick fixes such as many diets that you might see in today's news. Set healthy, realistic goals. Think about what is actually going to work for your lifestyle, what fits with your schedule and your budget and your time and your family. Try using a personalized eating plan. Now with this, remember that you should always consult with your physician before starting an eating plan, but there are several resources out there that can work to get you started, including some resources that we'll talk about later in today's presentation. Eat at least 3 meals a day and plan your meals ahead of time. We'll be talking more about the planning aspect of this in the upcoming slides, but it's important for you to remember that your body needs fuel to burn and to keep you feeling well, so make sure to feed it. Balance your plate with a variety of foods. Keep your body guessing and nourish it at the same time. Start your meal with low-calorie foods like fruits, vegetables, and salads. This will not only help you feel full, but also will ensure that you are getting many of the important nutrients that your body needs. Just a few more tips continuing here. Focus on your food. Slow down and think and enjoy your meals. So actually sit and think about what you're eating, take breaths between each bite, set your fork down maybe, and just be with your food for that time, and you'll actually enjoy it more and make it more of a priority. Know when you've had enough to eat. It takes your body approximately 20 minutes to recognize and feel the food that you're eating, so don't always go by what your eyes can show you of how much you can eat. Get plenty of fiber from fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains. Fiber helps you feel full and satisfied for longer, so that by eating these, you'll be able to hold off until your next snack or meal comes without being hungry. Watch your portion sizes so that you can manage your calorie intake. Now, there are great portion control tools in the resources section of the online Wellbeing Connect portal that can assist you with this. And we'll talk about how to get to that resource in a minute. But also with your portion sizes, that's also a nice thing to talk with your physician or your healthcare provider about. Snack smart. Again, being mindful of your portion sizes, focusing on your food, and really trying to get those fiber and nutrient-rich foods like fruits and vegetables. And finally, find your balance between food and physical activity. The general equation for healthy weight is calories in versus calories out. In order to achieve or maintain a healthy weight, these need to work in tandem. And remember that healthy eating should be a lifestyle, not a diet. So don't think of things as immediate failures if you indulge a little bit. So just remember, try to make consistent small changes. When you're developing a nutrition plan, ask yourself the following questions. Does my plan involve food from all 5 food groups? It's important to have a variety of food in your diet to ensure that your body is taking in the nutrients necessary for optimal health, and also to make sure that you're not getting bored if you're eating the same thing day in and day out, which can lead to have you make some more impulse, unhealthy food choices. Does your plan include the right number of servings from each group? It's recommended that you discuss a meal plan with a registered dietitian or your healthcare provider to be sure that the foods you are eating, including the amounts, are right for your body. Does your plan include food that you will enjoy eating for the rest of your life? As we previously mentioned, it's a lifestyle, not a diet. Be sure that you allow yourself your favorite foods in moderation and that you're eating healthy foods that you enjoy. Does your plan include foods that you can buy at the supermarket? Does this include foods that fit your budget and lifestyle? Make things easy on yourself and be sure to develop a plan that's easily accessible and attainable. And finally, does your plan include physical activity? As we mentioned in the previous slides, for optimal health and to maintain a healthy weight, both a healthy diet as well as physical activity are necessary for a healthy lifestyle. Now that you have the information to get started with a nutrition plan, here are some tips on how to prepare food in a healthier manner. As you can see, the options below are categorized as try this and limit that. Again, this is a lifestyle. This means that you should predominantly follow guidelines like this when you see them in the try this column, while also allowing yourself some flexibility in the limit that column. So let's start with meats. As you can see, it is recommended that you should try to purchase cuts of red meat and pork that are labeled loin and round, as opposed to high marbled red meats. Now the marbling in red meat is actually fat. While it can add a lot of flavor, it can also add a lot of unhealthy effects on your body. It is important, however, to note that you should limit your red meat intake for optimal heart health. So for this reason, it's actually ideal if you purchase white meat, such as chicken or turkey. When doing so, try to look for lean and light cuts, such as the breasts, and avoid the fattier, dark meat found in the legs and thighs. You should always remove the skin from your poultry, as this carries much of the fat and calories. Finally, if you choose to purchase red meat, look for the choice or select grades of beef and save the prime cuts for special occasions. And remember to trim the fat off the edges of your meat before you cook it. Another great source of protein is the egg. The American Heart Association recommends that you try egg whites and limit your egg yolks, which is where much of the cholesterol is found. A simple ratio to think about is 2 egg whites for every 1 egg yolk. When buying your dairy items, such as milk, yogurt, and cheese, look for the lower or non-fat versions. The same is true for salad dressings. Try for more of the oil-based vinaigrette options and limit your full-fat creamy options. Healthy salad dressings also make for great marinades and dips. Finally, for your cooking agents, try to use liquid vegetable oils and non-fat cooking sprays as opposed to agents such as butter and shortening. Vegetable oils such as canola, corn, olive, safflower, sesame, soybean, and sunflower are the preferred option over non-vegetable oils or vegetable oils such as coconut and palm that are much higher in saturated fat. No matter what oil you choose, remember to use it sparingly, as a little bit still packs a big calorie punch at 120 calories per tablespoon. So here we have a few healthier options for cooking, an alternative to frying, which can add an abundance of unnecessary fat and calories. The following options can offer little to no fat to your foods. Stir frying, which is typically used with a pan called a wok to cook vegetables, poultry, or seafood in vegetable stock, wine, or a small amount of oil, oftentimes for Asian-influenced foods. Our next methods include roasting, grilling, and broiling. Use a rack in the pan so that your meat does not sit in its own fat drippings. When baking items, use covered cookware with a little extra liquid. Poaching. Now you can cook chicken or fish or even eggs by just immersing it in a simmering liquid. And then to saute, use a pan made with nonstick metal or a coated nonstick surface, so you will need to use little or no oil when cooking. Use a nonstick vegetable spray to brown or saute foods. Or just as an alternative, use a small amount of broth, wine, or a tiny bit of vegetable oil. Finally, you can steam vegetables in a basket over simmering water. They'll retain more flavors and you won't need any salt. Now that you know what to cook and how to do it, let's talk about how to get your nutritious foods. Here are a few tips to make this weekly chore a bit more enjoyable, healthy, and budget-friendly. First, shop from a grocery list. If you write down what you need at the store, you'll be less likely to make impulse buys that are not on your list. This helps with your budget and your health, as impulse buys are typically higher in cost and lower in nutritional value. Try keeping a running list at home so that you won't have to worry about forgetting anything. Next, try not to shop when you are hungry or stressed, as you will be more likely to buy junk food and less likely to choose healthy foods. Try to buy fruits and vegetables that are locally grown or that are frozen. This can help with your budget while also ensuring that your produce packs a higher nutrient punch. And finally, stop at your local farmer's market. This is a great place to find healthy foods while also supporting your local farmers. Oftentimes you can find a new food item at farmers markets. Check online for a farmer's market near you at localharvest.org. As we all know, grocery shopping can quickly get very expensive. Here we have provided a few tips to keep your shopping trips cost efficient. As we previously discussed, shopping with a list is very helpful on your nutrition, but it can also be good for your budget. Try organizing your list into sections according to the layout of your grocery store. This can cut down on your time in the store and reduce the number of passes you need to make through the aisles, which can increase your likelihood of picking up extra items. Next, check for your market specials and coupons. You can look online or in your newspaper and plan your trip around what is on sale. This is a great way to add some variety to your weekly meal as well. If you are a single-person household or have family members who only eat specific items, there are ways to maximize your food dollars at the store. These next tips can be especially helpful. Buy frozen, bagged fruits and vegetables. This cuts down on the amount of potential waste you may have on fresh produce. Remember, for all of the expired food that you throw away, you are also throwing away the money you spent on it. Look for food sold in single servings. Shop from bulk bins. This helps you buy in smaller amounts and can also be more cost efficient than similar prepackaged items. Next, talk to your butchers. Feel comfortable to ask your butcher for a small cut of meat, smaller than what might be offered on the shelves, or perhaps to trim some fat off the meat. They also have great tips oftentimes of different ways that you can prepare your meat. Next, buy produce that keeps longer in the refrigerator. This can include broccoli, cabbage, carrots, and Brussels sprouts. Finally, buy smaller loaves of bread or wrap and freeze what you don't use right away to cut down on early spoiling. Now that you have a plan for your shopping trips, let's move on to navigating to the grocery store. Here we have an image of a typical grocery store. When you go shopping, try to shop mostly from the outside aisles. As you can see here, these aisles will typically contain your fresh fruits and vegetables, deli for lean meat and cheeses, meat, poultry, and seafood section, dairy and eggs, your frozen produce section, and fresh whole grain breads. Try to shop in the center aisle sparingly and only use them for healthy pantry staples such as high-fiber cereal, nut butters, nuts, dried fruit, canned beans, brown rice, and oats. Try to skip the snacks and soda sections as much as possible. So we touched earlier on making nutrition a lifestyle and not a diet. This can be much easier with a little bit of simple organization. Try out these tips when developing your nutrition plan. First, make meals a priority. Try to carve out time in your day to actually sit and enjoy 3 meals a day. And then have some snacks in between. In order to reach and maintain a healthy weight, it is important that you don't skip meals. Next, plan your meals 1 week at a time. This is a short, manageable time frame that will help you plan your meal menus, grocery shopping trips, coupons, etc. around your current schedule. Prepare your proteins. Chop your produce, prepare your sauces, maybe boil some whole wheat pastas or brown rice. If you pick one day to cook and designate one day each week to prepare your meals for the week, then when it's time to put everything together for dinner, the effort required is very minimal. Just assemble your produce, sauces, meats or proteins, heat them up, and dinner's on the table. Or try adding your ingredients together for salads, wraps, or on-the-go snacks. By picking one day to cook and pack your foods for the week, this also helps with other time-saving tools, such as crock pots and fruit smoothies. Finally, include your family. By including your family on your healthy lifestyle, you'll be more likely to succeed while also helping them stay on the right track. Try to include favorites for each family member with different meals. Make contests with your children at the grocery store. For example, who can find the brightest apple, or who can find the best deal on whole wheat bread. Let your children help you prepare foods and cook, keeping kitchen safety in mind, of course. Finally, give each family member jobs and responsibilities so that they have a stake in healthy eating too. Most Americans eat at least one meal or snack at work each day. This makes your worksite a great way to improve your health. However, as we all know, the workplace can be a nutritional battlefield. Maybe someone has leftover Halloween candy that they want to share, or it's a colleague's birthday party with cake, or donuts in the break room. Additionally, work can be a high-stress environment where you're oftentimes pressed for time. These factors can oftentimes make it difficult to make healthy choices. However, when healthy foods are available, it's easier to make a healthy choice. Here are some other helpful tips to get you started. First, make a plan. Similar to your nutrition plan at home, it's important to organize your meals for work each week. Again, try setting out your lunches and your breakfasts in advance so that way you're able to know what you're going to be bringing throughout the day. Next, eat breakfast. This goes back to making meals a priority. Breakfast is incredibly important to get your day started, both for your energy needs and to kickstart your metabolism for the day. Try to either make time to eat in the morning before you have to leave for work, or think of some healthy options that you can take on the go with you. Next, snack smart. Again, if healthy food options are available, then it's easier to make the healthy choice throughout the day. Keep some non-perishable snacks in your desk drawer, such as nuts, fresh and dried fruit, or whole grain cereal. If you have a refrigerator in your office, low-fat cheese sticks and yogurt make for great snacks as well. So we're all guilty of being desk diners from time to time. However, if you can't break away from your desk for a meal, try to make it a healthy experience. First, watch what you eat. A drawback to eating at your desk is that if you're not focused on your food. Instead, you're multitasking with emails, paperwork, phone calls, and so on. This can encourage mindless eating and can be a recipe for overeating. Also, try to pack your lunch each day and avoid takeout options, which tend to be more expensive, heavier in fat and calories, and lacking in nutrients. Be sure to keep your food safe. With ice packs, these are very helpful if you do not have access to a fridge. Use an insulated lunchbox, and this will help to keep bacteria at a minimum. Additionally, if you have to eat at your desk, invite an office mate over to eat with you. This interaction can be helpful for your productivity and creativity. And finally, don't make desk dining a habit. Our last tip for healthy eating at work is to treat yourself. As we've said, healthy eating should be a lifestyle and not a diet. This means that you can indulge in some birthday cake from time to time. It's all about moderation. Also, think about the events that you have at work. How can you make these healthy? What about organizing a healthy potluck? Think about the foods that are at your meetings and make suggestions to the meeting organizers about providing healthier options. Swap candy jars for fruit or baskets, and so on. Living a healthy lifestyle certainly takes planning and preparation to get started. The Take Charge Live Well program has ample resources available to help you make healthy eating a little bit easier, especially through your Wellbeing Connect portal. If you have not already, be sure to take your Wellbeing Assessment to get started. Once it is complete, you'll have access to numerous tools to help you with your healthy lifestyle. You can get started by completing your Wellbeing Assessment at www.ohio.gov/TCLW. As you can see here, there's a food log and a food servings tracker available on your portal. Each of these is customizable with a personal goal and can help you keep track of what you're eating and how much of it. Additional resources for healthy eating are available in the Resources and Tools tab of your Wellbeing Connect portal. Here you will have access to your health records, a journal, your Wellbeing Assessment Report, as well as tools and articles specifically recommended just for you. I especially want to highlight the Recipes and Menu section. This is a wonderful resource that has a multitude of recipes from appetizers to drinks, breakfast to dinner, and even snack ideas. There are menu plans and recipes for special dietary needs, such as gluten-free, low-calorie, and so on. I highly recommend this resource and encourage you to check it out soon. In order to live a healthy lifestyle, it is imperative that you balance food and physical activity. Eating a healthy, balanced diet does not mean that you never have to exercise, and vice versa. Our weight depends on a ratio of calories taken in versus calories burned out. Most of us take in calories that we spend in our daily, most of us take in more calories that we spend in our daily activities, which can lead to weight gain. To combat this, the recommended minimum for good health is 30 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity each day. This can be broken up throughout the day. Try adding a 15 to 20-minute walk at lunch, or just make sure that try and park further away from your car, or walk to the coffee machine. Depending on your fitness levels or weight goals, longer amounts of exercise may be recommended. Keep an eye out for some upcoming Take Charge Live Well programs that can help you with your fitness goals, including Health and Fitness Month in May, which will include webinars and other on-site presentations and activities, as well as the upcoming 2013 Walking Challenge. More details of these will be coming soon to your email, as well as the Take Charge Live Well website. So just like we discussed for healthy eating, there is also an exercise tracker available in your Wellbeing Connect portal. If exercise or either of the nutrition trackers are not part of your Wellbeing plan, you can add these trackers at any time by selecting the Add More Goals and Trackers button on your Wellbeing Plan main page. So to wrap up, we've provided a few online resources that can assist you in your healthy eating goals. I wanted to make note especially of the American Heart Association's My Grocery List. This is a great tool to help you choose heart-healthy foods and will create your shopping list for you. Additional resources can be found on the Take Charge Live Well website as well. So at this time, I just want to thank you for joining us today. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to check out the Take Charge Live Well website, and hopefully we will see you soon. Thank you and have a good day.